What up, Bulls Nation? We've got live CHGO Bulls postgame coming up right now. Bulls dropped their 6th straight, losing to the Pacers again. The other night, it was a Pascal Siakam dagger. Tonight, it was 36 points from Pascal, many of which came in isolation scoring in the fourth quarter. The Bulls could do nothing to stop it. We'll break it down next.
Ass.
What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. CHGO Bulls postgame is presented by Michelob Ultra and Bet365. The delicious taste of victory, what's that? Deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra and download the Bet365 app with promo code CHGO365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
It's the moment.
You know what, Bulls Nation?
Crack them.
Crack them if you got them.
Crack them if you got them.
Shout out Michelob.
If you don't got them, go get them. Oh, man.
I'm Peck, Bulls _ Peck. That's Big Dave. Bow. BWL Sports. Joey C., the king of the controls. Joey, did you enjoy that one?
Cheers for crying.
To quote Yellow Tavern, what did we just witness? I felt like I watched better basketball at the Papa Shot event last night.
Hey,
well done, sir.
Shout out to everybody who came out to Players Pub and Grill out in Prospect Heights with us last night. That was fun. That was definitely more fun.
That was
than
a lot
this Bulls
of fun.
game.
Shout out to Nick, man.
Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Casey. Shout out to everybody out there balling with us and hanging out and talking Bulls.
Big Sexy, what up, bro?
We look, there were some silver linings to this game, and we can talk about them, but you can't bury the lead. The Bulls just lost their 6th straight.
Yeah.
They lost to the Pacers again, this time by a wider margin than when they faced them a few nights ago. But this is still another L in this stretch of L's to a inferior opponent. We're done saying that.
I think we're done.
I think we're done saying that. Look, Pascal Siakam had a game high 36 points, also a career high against the Bulls for him.
Why not?
13 of 24, very efficient night. He was 5 of 7 from downtown, 5 of 7 at the line, chipped in 10 boards just for funsies to get himself that double-double. And look, Dave, you just saw Pascal doing whatever he wanted in isolation.
Yeah.
You know, he would get the ball, he would come off a curl, he would get a one-on-one matchup that he liked, and either it was backing somebody down and getting to the basket, or it was creating just enough space with that high-release jump shot of his, that rainbow jump shot of his. Is unguardable, basically.
Yeah.
But we saw Dalen Terry try to guard him.
Nope.
We saw Pat, dear God, try to guard him. We saw Julian Phillips try and guard him.
No.
Zach Collins.
No.
No. Take your pick. Vooch.
No.
Definitely not. Nobody on this Bulls team can guard Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
And that was essentially the story of the fourth quarter.
It was the story of the fourth. Do I got an ice shot there? Joey C. Come here, Bulls fan.
Teed up.
Yeah, let me look at you for a second.
Lean in real close.
Lean in real close.
Hit the like button before Big Dave gives this to you.
Look right here. Look right here, okay? There you go. There's a little neuralized. Yeah, let's wipe our memories of that right there.
Especially useful on a night when we were forced to look at Jim Boylan on our TV screen.
Yeah, this is why I brought it out.
The double neuralizer necessity.
Yeah, it was so necessary tonight, more than many, many nights. They just went, was this 1-6?
Yeah.
In the past 7 games, in a time where we said they could go 6-1.
Right.
They went
now,
1
the 7 game stretch of, hey, you got some really winnable games on deck.
Yeah. They said, hey, no. You know what I mean? We're going to flip it and reverse it. Shout out Missy Elliott.
Hey.
And they said,
is it worth it, though, Dave?
Oh, man, no, it is not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's your different flat.
Oh, God.
Oh, it was ass. It was pure ass, y'all. Like, you ever want to know what ass looks like when you're really bad? Go watch that game right there. That just looked like a team that just quit. Like, just didn't care. They just kind of gave up, man. Like, they tried to make a run in that third quarter. They tried to fight a little bit in that fourth quarter. Of course, you know who's on the floor. Dalen's going to be on the floor when they're trying to make runs and do things like that. and their effort lineup is in the game when they're trying to actually make a run at this thing right here. But then the Pacers, what I like what they did was they said, okay, slow down. Just slow down because the Bulls are putrid in the half court. So let's just slow down and execute them to death. Hey, you know what would be good at times like this? A real like star, legitimate kind of player who we could just give a basketball to and not really have to run a real play. Just say, hey, how about you go get us some buckets right there? Let me look down the bench at the Pacers and see if we got one. Oh, there's one there. Hey, a Pascal Siakam. Hey, how about you come on in and get you some points? You do? You're all right with that? Buckets, 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 buckets. Couple more buckets, and then another bucket. It was ridiculous what he did. Didn't matter. From every side of the floor, he would get it elbow. He would get it on the elbow, whether he was inside or three-point line extended. He would make his way to the mid-range and score. Or he would take that three-pointer and score. Or he would put them on his hip and get to the bucket, which got him to the foul line. Oh, yeah, and score. Because that's all he kept doing in that second half. Now, Kobe tried in that third quarter. I believe he had 8 or 10 points in that third quarter to try to get that lead down. Remember they got it down to like 5? Mm-hmm. When they got out of the third quarter, it was a 9-point lead. Why? Because the Pacers slowed it down. And they made the Bulls play a half-court style. And the Bulls cannot play that because they're ass on defense. So the Pacers understood what they needed to do. The Bulls really didn't have a counter for those things. Their only counter is kind of effort. We got to put in stronger effort and get more effort in there and see what we can do with that. So it was just bad. Like, that's what you end up with, a bad loss. And Billy Donovan, sir.
Dude.
Sir, can we wrap real quick? Can we talk for a second?
Dude.
Why? In the name of everything holy, are you like, you know what, Patrick Williams? Get on out there and start that third quarter. We're going to need some extra juice. And you know who we need for the juice, man. It's the juice man himself.
The driest man in the NBA.
The Sahara. Let's go ahead and get Patrick Lee Williams in the game.
New nickname alert.
Yeah.
Patrick Sahara
You know what
Williams.
I mean? And let's go ahead and get him in the game and get the guy, as Matt pointed out, who was the only plus in the plus-minus column for your team, Julian Phillips. Let's get that effort and athleticism out the game because we need Patrick Williams in the game. And the minute he comes in the game, Matt, immediately he fouls. Immediately, Pascal Siakam, he gets a foul called on him. And then a bunch of ridiculousness happened on both ends where the Bulls ended up taking the brunt of the terribleness of those possessions. And then Billy Donovan is left to call a timeout 57 seconds into the third quarter. Why are you playing Patrick Williams, man? Why are you like, yeah, this dude needs to be the one? You can't look at him and say, well, because of the size and things like that, you know, maybe he could do something against Pascal Siakam. No, Patrick's not on that level no more. Well, you can sit there and just say, well, your size will be helpful. No, it won't. It won't be helpful. He is a detriment right now to your team. He's got to earn this stuff. You can't gift him stuff like this and say, go be a starter. Absolutely not. I would have put Emmanuel Miller in before I put him in the game. At least I'm going to get some effort out of him. At least he's going to show some signs of life and not just be bone dry ass out there on the floor. So, no, I don't know why he decided to go ahead with Patrick Williams over Julian Phillips in that. I thought something was wrong with Julian Phillips. It wasn't. It was just a decision from Billy and a bad decision from Billy. And I would like to hear more about that. Hopefully he talks about that in the press conference.
Cameron 3605 in the chat saying, this is what you get from a half-arsed rebuild. Do it properly. Trade everyone you can get good draft compensation for, including Giddey. Then be horrible for 3 or 4 years. That's the path. It's a dagger to the heart to hear be bad for 3 or 4 years to prioritize draft capital. I wanted the Bulls to do it for 1 or 2 years
seriously.
In some draft classes that had some really special prizes in them.
Yeah.
Last year's and this coming year's specifically. But the Bulls wanted to mid their way to Midtown for another midi Fort Pete. So I feel you, and I mostly agree with you, Cameron, in the chat. Bulls fans ain't getting that. They're not getting it. Israel Quiraz in the chat saying, yay, another loss. Seems we don't even have a Siakam. But see, there's a silver lining. The Bulls are just their Siakam away from being the Pacers of the Central Division, y'all. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait.
Check your notes. Check your notes.
Yeah, let me check my notes.
Check your notes. Huh?
Yeah, no, the Pacers are already the Pacers of the Central Division.
Yeah, they're already there.
And they have Pascal Siakam, and he whooped the Bulls' butts tonight.
Yeah. He tweaks the cheeks.
The Bulls had Josh Giddey tonight. He had a rough game. The Bulls had Kobe White out there tonight. Glad to see him back.
Yeah.
But the Bulls had Modis out there. He had an okay game. We'll talk about him. The Bulls had Vooch out there, or did they? I don't know. That dude was a ghost tonight. This is why I was just getting all pissed off the other night talking about this ridiculous, we'll model ourselves after the Pacers model.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the pieces.
You don't.
You don't. And the team that is the team you're trying to model yourselves after, who are missing their MVP, have now beaten you twice.
2 times.
In less than a week.
2 times.
And those are 2 of their 4 wins.
Well, 5 now.
5,
Yes.
excuse me, on the year.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear about that.
Yeah, at all. I don't want to hear anything about it. Not even a little bit, Matt. You just watched. I watched some dude named Garrison Matthews out there on the floor playing
Dude
hard.
named
and
Garrison.
Garrison Matthews?
Yes, from the law offices of Garrison A. Matthews was out there giving dudes the business. What am I looking at, bro?
Sounds like a 19th century first name president.
That's right. It was a cold day when General Garrison Matthews.
Garrison Matthews and Grover Cleveland were like this.
Man, they
and
were
yet
like
he was
that.
out there clowning the Bulls
Look,
tonight.
man, John Quincy Adams,
Oh.
you got to read what he has to say
Sir.
about one Garrison Matthews,
Sir.
okay? All right, those letters are wild. His Hamilton stories are out of control. But my God, but that's what I'm saying. Like, don't tell me about injuries and not having enough depth or anything like that. They had a dude, Ethan Thompson, from the Bulls G League roster who was out there doing Jamal Crawford moves in the mid-range and getting buckets on this team, bro. Like, they just bad and broken, man. They just look really sad. I mean, Thomas had 11 points on 4-6 shooting. He was 3 of 5 from the three-point line. He played 34 minutes. That's what Thompson played. Ethan Thompson, 34 minutes out there and was impactful for that team, man. Like, no, the Bulls should just really be ashamed of how they played, honestly, in this game, bro. Like, it just felt like nobody cared. It felt like they didn't have any effort. Felt like they didn't have any energy. They couldn't muster up anything, like, to do it. Like, the only energy they have is the one they have all the time, which is Dalen Terry.
Yeah.
And he comes in and he provides it to you, and then he gets you close enough, but you have to harness it because you can't just, leave it out there for so long because who knows what can happen. But then as soon as it's harnessed and it's brought back in to the regular lineup, it's gone. Everything you were doing is gone. It's out, and you're off to another loss. 1-6 in a stretch where they should have been 6-1. 1-6.
And, 5-2 to feel good about moving forward.
Yeah.
like 4-3, okay,
Yeah.
missed opportunity there.
Sure.
But at least we still played above 500 basketball and are an above 500 basketball team.
Sure.
And yes, okay, missed a lot of bodies, especially on the back half of that 7-game stretch.
Yeah.
But no, you went 1-6.
1-6.
In the let's win a bunch of games in a row.
Is the
stretch.
worst case scenario for this, man. Like, where do you go from here? Like, what do you do? Where do you go from here, bro?
You scrape and claw and fight like hell to get back to that 10th spot. we all know that's what AK's is focused on right now.
Man, these are fireable offenses. Like,
yeah,
these games right here.
Look,
These are
I've
fireable
seen a lot of
offenses,
that, people firing off in the chat, and you have a right to
Yeah.
fire that off in the chat because what you're talking about this team's coach, and we were just discussing on a recent show about, like, we don't know. We haven't heard anything. It's not like players have said anything that would lead us to believe yet that it sounds like Billy has lost the locker room. His voice has been lost to the locker room. Mm-hmm. But when you have a stretch of games like this, I don't care how many players you're down. You got players back tonight. Yeah, like, okay, Io sat tonight, but you did get Kobe back. You got Zach Collins for the first time this season. Yeah. Most of your key guys are healthy. I don't want to hear about Isaac Okoro.
At all.
Like, yeah, it sucks that you still didn't have Trey Jones tonight. Sure. I don't care. You got punked on your home floor.
Garrison Matthews.
By Grover Garrison Matthews.
From Ulysses S. Grant's uncle.
He is the 12th president, right? Am I getting that correct?
I thought it was the 11th.
Yes, that's 4 after Martin Van Buren, Joe. Look, and obviously, I think most of us would agree that the architect is, AK. He also, fresh off a new contract, just like Billy.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them are on a hot seat right now.
Nope, I don't.
Is anybody named Reinsdorf even paying attention? I would be surprised if they were.
I would too.
They'll be paying attention on Derrick Rose night, that's for sure. Has anybody gotten a bobblehead yet? Don't miss out. Get this crap out of here. I'm so sick of this crap. What a crap franchise. What a joke of an organization. Shout out Branded Bills. All right, we got to knock out our first ad break, but believe me, plenty more to be said about this one tonight. We will also hear from our guy, Willie Gottlieb, who will join us later from the United Center, get his thoughts and his intel from the post-game locker room. Hit that like button. It's free. Super Chats also accepted. Here's some ads. CHGO Bulls is presented by Bet365. And right now, with their early payout offer, you're a winner. If your football team goes up by 17 points with an instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections marked as winners. How about a Bears 17-point win over the Packers?
How about it?
Download the app. Use promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. And when you use that promo code and place your first $5 bet on anything you like, you're going to get $150 in bonus bets. Win or lose that bet, don't matter. You're going to get those bonus bet dollars either way. And you can use those bonus bet dollars on just about everything. Spreads, totals, player props, futures, even in-game betting, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Be sure to take advantage of all of their football night offers, including Monday Night Football, 50% super profit boost token on same-game parlays, Thursday Night Football, $10 safety net bet, and Sunday Night Football's $365,000 jackpot. What are you waiting for? Download the Bet365 app. Promo code CHGO365. Must be 21 and older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Guys, I'm hot all the time.
True.
But even I know that this is cold.
It's cold.
It is cold out there. Ridiculous is what's happening outside, okay? But I smile. Why? Because I know when I either walk in my home or I walk into this office, ladies and gentlemen, all the right reasons for the smile come across my face. Because Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric is going to be in full effect. You got plumbing emergency, you call Four Seasons. You got electrical emergency, you call Four Seasons. You need a hot water tank installed today? Well, maybe you should call your uncle. No, you call Four Seasons. Save up to $4,000 on furnaces and comfort systems with Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Furnaces start at $39 a month, and furnace AC a combo is at $57 a month. Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric have been serving Chicagoland for over 50 years. They're your trusted local experts at Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Visit FourSeasonsHeatingCooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's FourSeasonsHeatingCooling.com.
CHGO Bulls postgame rolls along on Friday night, breaking down the Bulls' loss to the Pacers. Peck, Big Dave, Joey C on the controls. Thanks for hanging out with us, Bulls Nation. Hit that like button if you didn't do it during that ad break. And speaking of that ad break, Dave, we love our friends at Four Seasons.
We do.
Let's take the temp. Taking the temp, brought to you by your trusted local experts. Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Visit FourSeasonsHeatingCooling.com for all our special offers and money-saving coupons. That's FourSeasonsHeatingCooling.com. Let's take the temp of that chat from our fellow Bulls fans. Front office should be as embarrassed as I am. They compare this team to the Pacers, says JoJo GG. Vooch to the bench, please, says Vincent Nicholas. Dude, I think the last line of my immediate game thought reactions, allchgo.com, free for all, was just Vooch ... Bueller ...
Seriously, man.
And he was not out there for the final stretch of that fourth quarter. And Collins was on a minutes restriction.
Yes.
Zach Collins, his first game of the season, was supposed to only play 20. He ended up playing 21 and change.
Yeah.
He was out there late in this game before it got out of hand.
He was.
And Billy sent the scrubs in to wash up the garbage time minutes.
He was.
He was out there. Vooch was not.
Yeah.
And I think that was maybe the one right call that Billy made tonight.
Yeah.
Because Vooch just looked completely checked out.
He did.
I don't know if, and this all is still stemming from that 1-point win over the Zards where he said, yo, this ain't sustainable. This isn't good. Let's not celebrate this. Yeah. Hey, Jalen, modest, calm down. Right. We played like ass tonight.
Right.
I've seen a lot of people on Twitter the last couple of days being like, yo, can they buy Vooch out? Should they? Can they just find a trade for him? And even if you're not getting anything, just because it seems like he's ready to move on. Yeah. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I could read body language. Yeah. And he took 2 shots in the first half.
Yeah.
2 threes.
Yeah.
And I think, our pal Kendall was talking on their halftime hit about you got to get Vooch inside. Mm-hmm. Vooch showed no interest in scoring inside tonight. Mm-hmm. Vooch showed no interest in much of anything tonight. So there's that. Also, Patrick Williams airballed a fadeaway, said Key MJW2.
He did.
He sure
He
did.
absolutely did.
To be fair, he hit that very same shot earlier in the game. That, like, are you really taking, like, a turnaround fadeaway from 15 feet, Pat?
He did. He was further back on that one.
He hit that one.
Yeah.
Then he took a shorter one. The exact same style and variety and airballed it. And that, Dave, you already brought it up, but I do want to just circle back to it and hit it harder because for all the things that we have defended Billy about, and mostly the thing that we defend Billy for is just like, look at the talent he has to work with.
Exactly, yeah.
But we know also that he is not a great X's and O's coach in certain regards, and he makes questionable decisions that we say, what the hell's he all the time?
Yeah. Starting
Pat in the second half over Julian Phillips, what has he done to earn that? What has he done to deserve that? And even more so, as I said at the top, everybody was getting cooked by Siakam tonight.
Everybody.
So if Billy's logic there was, well, Pat's our best option of trying to slow down Siakam, I disagree. It didn't matter who you had on Siakam tonight. He was cooking everybody.
Yeah. No,
and at least Julian Phillips is out there trying.
Yeah.
Trying.
Yeah.
Breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
Jumping up, grabbing some rebounds.
Yeah, it's a
knock
thing.
down a corner three.
It's a thing.
I do not understand that decision at all. Like, at all.
Patrick Williams had more minutes than Julian Phillips tonight. Patrick Williams played 26 minutes.
Inexcusable.
And in that 26 minutes, Patrick Williams had 9 attempts. He had more field goal attempts than Vooch. Like, I need you to drink that part in right there. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But, dude, yeah, I don't know the thinking behind it. And I understand the basketball logic behind it because you just said it. I get that part of it. But when you're looking at what he's done and what he's been doing these past few games, nothing that I've seen him do has said to me or put any confidence in me to say, yes, I'm going to go with Patrick Williams to guard the team's best player. Nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that I've seen him do other than be big. That's it. He's just a big person. I've seen him do nothing outside of that. That is not enough for me. If Pascal Siakam is going to be cooking, well, then I'm going to have to put him out there against the guy that is showing actual effort, the guy that I know will actually try, the guy I know that will try to bother him at least. I mean, he just is not good enough to be on the floor. I'm like, why is he even getting minutes? Like, 26 is way too many minutes for me, in my opinion, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I'm playing other guys other than him right now because dry as the Sahara. You like Sahara. We'll go with Sahara. Sahara
it's a new nickname, man.
Sahara just don't got it like that, bro. And he shouldn't be out there on the floor playing for this team, let alone starting at any time.
Well, I think I heard a jingle, Joey, so maybe Goat can join us and shed some light on that because I'm guessing Billy was asked about it post-game.
Smart man.
Let's talk to Goat.
Let's do it.
That's where he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Joining us on that Go Talk Hotline presented by Michelob Ultra. The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. Goat, I'm just going to ask you this right out of the gate. Did Billy Donovan discuss postgame his decision to bench Julian and start Pat in that second half? Please explain because we're confused as hell.
Yeah, I could hear that rant. That was a good one. No, we didn't really talk rotations. I mean, the Bulls are down like 6 of their rotation players right now. So I think life is just a little bit difficult. I agree with your point that, like, theoretically, Patrick, because he is like the strongest, has the best chance to give Siakam resistance. And I think they did actually do a decent job trying to keep him out of the paint. The problem was that he was making everything in the mid-range and everything from beyond the arc. And you know what? That's going to happen sometimes. Like, you're going to play against great players who can hit tough shots. I thought Julian played okay. I don't think like he would have been an answer over Patrick. I don't think either of them were that great. I get the frustration with Patrick. I'm not saying he was good either. They just don't have anybody to go to. And again, this is an issue with the roster. Like, if they had a better option, I think they would have played one. They just don't. And frankly, like, of all the guys that were sitting out tonight with injury, I don't think you have a good option in there either. This team is just not a team that has personnel that can stop guys one-on-one. I guess Okoro is really the only one, but he's been out, and I don't know when they'll see him again. So as far as the rotation, I think Billy's just trying to, like, do the best he can with what he has. We can agree or disagree with some of the minutes. I mean, we're talking about a difference of 4 minutes I know you guys are fed up with Patrick. It's not pleasant to watch, so I'm not going to disagree, but I don't have a better answer than that.
No, that's fine, Go. And I understand the rotations and things like that, but I just do not understand taking out Julian Phillips and starting him in the second half.
I think for me, like,
him in there, I just don't get that point.
My thing with Julian is that, like, I think he's active, and I think a lot of times people confuse activity with, productivity. And sometimes those two things are the same, but sometimes, like, they're not. And, he, I think, gets messed up in his rotations at times. He doesn't really, like, know where to be with the ball at times. So I just don't, like, I think he was more active than Pat. I think most players are more active than Pat, but I don't necessarily think that makes them a better or worse player. And, like, Phillips is just super skinny. Like, he has no ability to contain. And so then, yeah, maybe then now you are giving up those drives and it's layups at the rim instead of tough jump shots. And I think all things considered, like, if you're going to live and die by a bunch of turnaround jumpers from Pascal Siakam from 21 feet, like, I think for the most part, you're going to be okay with that. He was just hitting everything tonight. And that's what great players do.
It's true.
Goat, I
saw
that
bigger,
you guys...
If I can just jump in with, like, what we talked about. This was as, like, animated as I've seen Kobe in a while after the game. He was sick. He was, like, dealing with some sort of, like, cold or something like that. So his, like, voice was a little raspy and maybe that added to it. But he was really frustrated. And, he was optimistic that they can pull themselves out of this hole. I'm not sure if they can or can't, but, like, he was certainly optimistic about that. But it's just really interesting to hear the way that he was talking about this. I mean, he talked about, like, the competition that they've been playing and how this Pacers team, yeah, they're missing some guys. They don't have Turner anymore. They don't have Halliburton this year, but they were in the finals. Siakam has won a ring. Nembhard is incredibly good. They have players and they have guys that step up. They have a Hall of Fame coach. And they've just been injured all year. And so now they're getting some guys back and they're starting to look a lot better. This is not like a garbage team. They have played some worse teams over the last 6 games that they've lost. That hasn't been an excuse, but it was just interesting to hear Kobe kind of not necessarily provide resistance to the idea that, like, they're underperforming, but he was just saying, like, there's talent in the NBA no matter where you look. And you can't just, like, come in, kind of what we've been talking about. You can't just, like, come in and expect to win because on paper you have a better record or because you think you have more talented players. Like, teams are going to compete. Like, organization might be going for the bottom, might be, like, playing for lottery balls this year, but the players on the court are going to be competing. And they've just gotten beaten in all these games. And so I think, like Kobe was explaining, that, it's the same thing in life when, like, something's not growing great at your job, you go through adversity and that happens, but you pull yourself out of it. And, like, it's not going to always be straight up growth. It's just going to be tough times at times. And so you have to figure out a way to get yourself out of it. But I just haven't really seen Kobe so animated. He wasn't, like, yelling or pointing fingers. In fact, he was saying, like, we cannot do that. We have not done that. But just very animated about, like, how can they right the ship here. So, I know there's going to be a lot of frustration. I know there's going to be a lot of calling the team soft and stuff, but it was sort of refreshing to see Kobe as animated and about fixing it as he was.
Hey, Go, just pull that mic off your beard a little bit, bro. It's scratching your beard.
Sorry.
No, you good.
Do I need to repeat that whole rant?
No, we heard you loud and
No,
clear.
it's good. Thomas in the chat, Goat, is wondering if you guys were able to talk to Giddey after this one. I know he wasn't available for y'all after their loss on Wednesday. Thought he had a pretty inefficient night tonight and not a tough one for him. Did you guys get a chance to talk to Josh?
No, we just talked to Kobe and Billy today. So, we talked to Kobe for like 6 minutes or so, which is longer than we usually get, guys. And he was really, like I said, just adamant and passionate about how they can fix this. And I will say, like, the frustration is real in the locker room too. Like, the vibes at the beginning of the season, people were happy. People were, like, excited about the wins and the way that they were playing. And they've just really departed from that, both in terms of, like, style of play and in the way that they are reacting to it. So, like I said, I don't know if they will actually figure this out, but I do feel like I'm convinced that they remain committed to that. Like, I don't feel like they have let go of the rope.
Go, we did see the return of Zach Collins tonight. Can you talk about his game, what you saw out there?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. It's like he plays hard. He's physical, is the word I was looking for. He's a good rebounder. He's a really good screener. I think that he's been, like, maybe a little bit overrated by the fan base because of the productivity last year. And that's just, like, it's just not like who he has been during his career. I think he's a really solid backup center. And, like, if you've got to start him in a pinch, he can absolutely handle that. He fouls quite a bit, but the physicality I think is for sure there. He just doesn't like you see Huff out there and he's like blocking a ton of shots and then also spacing the floor. He doesn't give you like an elite two-way skill in that way, but he's just solid all around. And the Bulls really need that. Look, they've been like playing Lachlan Ulbrich at backup center with Jalen Smith and Collins out. And so I do think that he's going to really help stabilize things. And as they get more guys back into the rotation, I'm sure that will help too. But yeah, I think he's going to continue to work his way back in. I thought he had a fine game, and he's just got to keep doing those same things of screening, playing physical, offensive rebounding. He had one there at the end, I think was pretty important. So he's just got to keep doing that.
Goat, what did you make of Modest's game tonight? Dave and I really liked his aggression out of the gate. He was attacking consistently, got 3 early trips to the free throw line out of that aggression, and also was doing some work on the boards. One of his better games in this recent stretch.
Yeah, I asked Billy about that after the game, and because I was pretty impressed with like the aggression to the rim. Like that's just we haven't seen quite that level of that from Modest over the last several weeks, which I think has been pretty disappointing. And he was kind of saying like Modest is going to have to be one of those guys that initiates plays for us because especially with today it was Io and Trey. Last game it was Trey and Kobe. They just have not had all their guards, and so they need people to step up and make those plays and get into the rim. They shoot a ton of shots in like the extended short mid-range area, paint twos, but like not at the rim. And those are like pretty low percentage shots. They need to get all the way to the rim so that they can draw fouls. I thought Modest did a really good job of that. When I asked Billy, though, the thing that he pointed out was like, yeah, that's great, but he turned it over 6 times. And the reason why is because he'd be driving and he would see 3 guys loading up in the paint and he would try to drive through them, or he would, take one too many dribbles and not spray it out in time. And that was what was leading to those turnovers. So for me, like, I think those turnovers are okay in today's setting because I want to see Modest like grow. And I think in order to like be able to learn how to make those reads in real time, you have to go through that experience. Like they can point it out on film, they'll do that. But I think he needs to get reps where he's actually having to make those decisions in real time. So I think this was good learning for him. But, I think that was part of the reason why they lost this game is because of the turnovers. And Modest was a huge piece of that.
We saw Vooch just have a bad game, but I don't want to use the word uninterested, but it's the only word that comes to mind when I thinking of it. I mean, 2 shots in the first half. They both were 3-pointers. Finished up with 7 shots. Can you talk about his game? Did you see just even if you spoke to him or if you saw the body language of him? Because it just looked like he was kind of, just tapped out to the point where Billy had Zach Collins in the game towards the end and not him.
Yeah, I thought Vooch was okay. He just doesn't seem like he had that same level of aggression as we've seen in other games. Not that he's like out there, swinging at dudes, but like he's been at times, I think, a little bit more persistent with the ball. And I think part of it is that like he was struggling a little bit. They basically sent 2 to the post on him pretty much every time, and I was kind of surprised by that. Like I feel like if I was an opposing team, I would love for the Bulls to take contested post hooks from Vooch compared to doubling him. And, you bet on your rotations, but like a lot of times the Bulls are getting open 3s out of that. In the first half, they were making them. In the second half, he was kind of struggling to finish at the rim. And, when he's missing shots, when the team is not playing well, when you're getting blocked every single time down, it's just, I think, pretty demoralizing. And that's maybe where the frustration was coming from.
Real quick, go before we let you go, and then we got to go to a break. Any updates from Billy before the game as far as any and all these guys who were out? Io, who sat tonight, Kevin Huerter still out, Okoro still out, Trey Jones still out. Anything you can shed light on there?
Nothing specific to any of those guys. I think just kind of the same thing. After last game at home, I think that was last game at home, Billy said that they were going to reevaluate Huerter in a week. So we're probably still, 4 or 5 days away from that. Okoro, I think, is going to take a little bit of time here too, although they haven't been specific with the timeline. Trey just sprained his ankle at the end of that previous game. I can't remember who they played. It was the Magic game. And so I think he'll be probably back soon. But yeah, nothing else specific to any of those other guys.
All right, Go. We appreciate you, buddy. Bulls Nation, read his stuff, allchgo.com. Become a diehard so you can read all of it. And the very best of it, follow him, Will_Gottlieb. Buddy, we will talk to you on Sunday. Get home safe.
Cool. I'll see you guys then.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. The best. All right, let's knock out another ad break. We'll come back and continue talking about this one. Keep the chats coming. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Keep the likes coming too. Hit that like button. We'll be right back. Oh. Oh, God. CHGO Bulls is brought to you by Sunnyside Cannabis Dispensary. Our friends at Sunnyside are here to elevate your football season. Sunnyside is your home for judgment-free cannabis shopping. They've got a crazy selection with over 100 different strains to choose from. That's right. We're talking triple digits. Ooh. Plus, they offer easy online ordering and in-store pickup. Select what you want online, place the order, get in, get on, get out with your day. Finish your holiday shopping, but make sure you stop in at Sunnyside so you can enjoy it once you are done with your holiday shopping. Wherever you are in Illinois, Sunnyside has a location near you. They've had spots as far south as Champaign, as far north as South Beloit. Stop into your nearest location for expert guidance from their knowledgeable and friendly staff. Head to their website for Bright Buys every day, including getting 50% off your first 3 online purchases. Just use promo code HICHGO at checkout to qualify. That's for new customers. For returning customers, don't you worry. Use promo code CHGO50. They'll also treat you right. Exclusions apply. Sunnyside Cannabis Dispensary. Bright Buys every day, only for 21 and older and Illinois MedCard holders.
Rambler basketball.
Rambler.
Loyola Rambler College basketball, ladies and gentlemen. It is going down this weekend. Saturday, December 6th at 1:30 p.m. Loyola versus Princeton. Boo the Princeton Tigers at Gentile Arena in Rogers Park. You come on out and support and show your love for the Rambler basketball. Rest in love to Sister Jean. You can join in the love and the greetings and experience the love of the holiday game that is going on. Perfect family event. Santa Claus is going to make an appearance, I've been told. Holiday music, halftime baby race, let's go, prizes, and much, much more. I can't wait. Ramblers have won over 80% of their games in Gentile Arena since 2021.
Let's go.
You heard that? That is a stat, ladies and gentlemen. That makes it a fact.
Home court.
So go to RamblerTickets.com. Use the code CHGO for $5 off your ticket. Ticket prices start as low as $15.
CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along. Peck, Big Dave, Joey on the controls. Our guy Goat just joining us, breaking down this Bulls loss to the Pacers. Thanks for being here with us, Bulls Nation. Get your frustration out in that chat. That's what it's there for.
You better believe
It's what the like button's for, too, because it spreads positivity
That's all
and
we do.
cheer. Shout out to Colin Calling, who just reminded you all that in the chat. Hit that like button, CHGO Multiverse. Appreciate you, Colin. You guys rock, he said. Also saw a lot of people right off the gate saying, like, you guys should get paid more for dealing with this. And we appreciate that. That's why we're here for y'all.
Yes.
We get paid just fine.
Yeah.
We're not cashing Patrick Williams checks.
No,
but
no. Would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be
for
very
real.
nice. Yeah.
And honestly, this is something like, dude, Bulls fans, this is a frustrating stretch.
Yeah, bro.
But you got to stick together. Got to stick together through the dark times.
Yeah.
And that is why we are here.
Like they have a longer losing streak than they had a winning streak.
Yeah.
This year.
Well, so now they had a 5-game losing streak.
Winning.
After that, so they started 5-0.
Yes.
Then they had a 5-game losing streak somewhere
Correct.
after that 6-1 start.
Correct.
Then they had those couple of wins, Denver, Portland,
Sneaky.
eked one out against Washington.
Correct.
And since then, it's now 6 straight.
Wow,
so you've got a
whoosh.
5-game losing streak and a 6-game losing streak
Yeah.
in a season that is 22 games old.
Yeah.
Yay.
That is bad. It's not good, guys.
It's
not good.
It's not good.
And it doesn't feel like it's going to get any better.
Also, Goat was touching on Zach Collins when we were chatting with him and his debut. I did want to touch on that a bit further, Dave. I'm curious what you thought about Zach, but
Sure.
I thought it was hilarious. But like in a the world is sick, twisted, and broken hilarious kind of way.
I understand.
As Goat himself said, I think maybe Bulls fans have been hyping up Zach Collins a little too much, eagerly awaiting his return.
Yeah.
Especially while we're watching this team struggle bussing their way on the defensive end. And oh dear God, we're done watching Vooch try to play defense.
Yeah.
Let's get Zach Collins in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the first possession of the game. Zach Collins got lost on a switch, and Siakam just had a wide open path to the back to the bucket.
Exactly what happened. Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
Then 1 or 2 possessions after that, the Pacers are out running in transition. Collins is a little behind the play, trying to catch up to the play, commits a foul, but not a hard enough foul, gives the Pacers an and one.
Count it.
In the first 90 seconds of the game, I was like, okay, can we all calm down about thinking that Zach Collins is this team's savior? Because he ain't.
Yeah, it's not going to happen that kind of
Just
way.
like Isaac Okoro is not going to be at any point this team's defensive savior. You cannot build a team's defensive identity around one player.
It's correct.
One player cannot save your team when your team collectively has doo-doo for talent on the defensive end.
Yeah, you don't automatically become better than doo-doo. You just have one person that can play defense.
Doo-doo stay
on your
doo-doo,
squad.
Dave.
Doo-doo stay doo-doo.
Unless you're
Remember
talking
that,
about
kids?
like, really, ingenuitive gardening and,
Yeah.
renewable energy.
Sure.
Yeah, like the movie The Martian, Matt Damon took doo-doo and made
turned it into
potatoes.
potatoes.
But
He
you know
did.
how long that took?
Yeah.
It took a long time.
And
Took a long time.
you know who Matt Damon's character in that movie is way smarter than to turn doo-doo into potatoes? Anybody who makes decisions running the Chicago Bulls organization.
Yeah, so is Matt Damon kind of like Bulls fans trying to take this doo-doo of a team and just try and wrap our heads around a situation?
If
that
there
some
are
whipped cream
any
on it.
Bulls fans who are also botanists out there,
Hey, for real.
botanists
School
slash
us.
astronauts out there,
School us, baby.
let us know if you got any ideas.
And to be fair,
'Cause
I wouldn't be surprised.
am tapped out.
I wouldn't be
I had
surprised.
one idea. It was tanking.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all said no.
Yeah.
But let's go to the play-in again.
Yeah, and we're on our way. Well, actually, we're not on our way there.
not going
not
there
on our way there right now. You know what I mean? We are the classic 4 under for the Chicago Bulls. Yeah.
Oh.
But,
Well, I was just going to say, that's how you know they're going to win on Sunday.
yes, you did say this. This is true.
Can't be 500.
Look forward to that.
Got to stay 2-4.
Got to stay.
2-4.
Oh, man, what if they do take that L, though? Kink in the plans.
I'm gonna make that face. That
Yeah, right. What? How dare you?
That's against the laws of the universe.
Zach Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Collins.
I was with you. I mean, I agree. I'm glad Goat said it, that he felt people were hyping him up too much because of how he played and how he looked. I'm like, it was kind of against what we knew about Zach Collins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just as the player he has always kind of been. Not to say he can't get better or anything like that, but he was just playing real out of his mind kind of style of game out there. So you expect a little better. And, of course, he was hurt. First game back, for being injured. He's got a wrap on the wrist. So I'm sure he wasn't completely comfortable out there, still, getting his bearings and, just trying his best. So I do expect him to be a little bit better, but I expect this, though.
Yeah.
This is what I honestly expect. The young man to play like this and to have those fouls, because he gets a lot of fouls. That's going to happen. Yeah, man, like he's a backup center. And I'm glad he's back because they need all the help that they can possibly get at that position. If it's any position you want to point to that the Bulls are truly thin at, it's that big man position, because it was Vooch and the Temptations for a while with Jalen Smith being hurt. So that's why you saw Captain Craggy's sidekick out there trying to play and, just showing he's not ready yet, pretty much. So waiting on Jalen Smith to get back. Happy Zach Collins is there. You're going to see his minutes increase. Hell, like you stated, Matt, 20 minutes was supposed to be what he did. Billy was like, dude, you're going to have to give me an extra one of those minutes tonight.
I love how Billy always sets these minutes restrictions in his pregame media availability to break them.
Just to snap them in half.
Kobe, Io,
Yep,
now
outta here.
Collins.
Yeah, if Kevin Huerter and Trey Jones come back with him, you better believe they're getting snapped in half for sure. So, yeah, man, a team that's built on their depth and a team that's built on those 9 to 10 good players, losing those guys, yeah, it does affect you. But again, it's the teams that you're playing is why I don't go for that kind of excuse.
Yeah.
Because it's the teams that you're playing against. When you're playing against the Pacers 2 times and you're playing against the Nets, maybe Orlando Magic, and look how they played in the Orlando Magic game. Nobody was complaining about who was out on that game because they played well. So they know how to do it. They know how to step into that. But there's no excuse for how they're playing against these bad teams, man. No, just simply not an excuse that is one that we should be accepting as Bulls fans, for real. They have to have a better effort. I'm glad Kobe White is being animated and being upset, because that is what I've been saying somebody's got to get. I'm going to need somebody to get angry about what they're seeing out there on the floor and be upset about it and not apathetic and not just, shrugging your shoulders and like, all right, off to another day. I need this to mean something to somebody. It means something to us. I need it to mean something to somebody on that squad, man, where it bothers them, where they're up walking around at 3 a.m. because they can't sleep because you're on a 6-game losing streak. Man, I need to go, fine, I'm going to just go shoot up some buckets then or something, man, because I'm angry about all this losing. I'm upset about this. I need to feel that emotion from those players on the team. So I'm glad Kobe is being one of those guys that's doing that, because that's what you're going to see up here sitting in these chairs. It's some emotion, bro, because we as Bulls fans, and I know you all in the chat are like that too, we going to wear those emotions on our sleeve, man, about this team. and 6 losses in a row against teams that are down here as far as their record is concerned is something that is not acceptable for any Bulls fan out here, bro.
Jeff Brock saying, beat the Nuggets in Denver, check. Lose to the Pacers at home, check. Yeah, rough.
It's upsetting, bro. It's trash.
It is quite upsetting.
It's so bad.
And, all right, you know what? Let's knock out our last ad break right there. We'll come back, wrap up with a few more thoughts that we can get to. But, yeah, shout out Ethan Thompson, Bulls legend.
Shout him out.
On a 2-way contract. Somebody just pointed out that, like, the Pacers had a 10-day guy out there. No excuses.
Yeah, 0.
No excuses.
None.
All right, last set of ads. We'll come back, wrap up, plus a few other fun little things that we'll get to on the back end. Hit the like button. It's free. We'll also get to Super Chats after this.
Do it.
It's Blackhawks and Bulls season on Chicago Sports Network. Visit chsn.com/podcast to sign up for your 7-day free trial of the All Access plan, which gives you over 300 live games per year. Catch every basket and every goal from your mobile device, television, or wherever you want to watch. CHSN is your home for the Blackhawks and Bulls all season long. Chicago Sports Network, your home stream advantage. Get it? Like home team advantage. CHSN is also available on Xfinity, DirecTV, DirecTV Stream, and Fubo. Visit chsn.com for more details.
This message right here is Baby Joey approved.
Baby Joey!
Oh, it's the holiday season, so Baby Joey is jet setting and trend setting out there. He told me he hollered at Santa Claus. And I said, Baby Joey, Santa Claus don't exist. He said, that's just what they tell y'all because you never understood. You ain't get it. Why? It cost so much money to look so dang on good. We don't know. Nobody knows. Baby Joey didn't get it. Santa Claus ain't get it neither. And guess what? Shady Ray said, we're going to do something about it. We're going to get you some sunglasses that are seriously good looking, polarized, durable, and not ridiculously expensive. And you know the most awesome part, ladies and gentlemen? They come with the matte, Peck, lost, and broken replacement plan. Let's say your glasses are on that hat, and you will be upset at that because they have gone crack, and you can't be cool no more. But yet, you remember, you got Shady Rays, so you can put them back in the mail, send it back, and right back on your face. Brand new replacement pair, ladies and gentlemen. Shady Rays is eyewear that's got your back. So we've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use that code CHGO for 35% off those premium polarized shades. And try it for yourself. The shades that are rated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. But over 300,000 people because the Shady Rays, y'all, where the Rays are oh so shady.
CHGO Bulls postgame. Hanging out with y'all a while longer as we start our weekend off in a difficult fashion with that Bulls loss to the Pacers. They lost the Pacers twice.
They did, Matthew Peck.
How about them Nets?
How about them, Matt?
How about them Buzz Cities?
Oh, Lord. They lost to Buzz City, bro. Oh, my God.
How about them Pelicans?
Oh, man. Make it stop. Oh, like just trash. You know, just bad teams. And those games you mentioned, Matt, they weren't even really close. Like, it wasn't even like we lost at a buzzer. The closest game was the Wizards that we won. The Wizards. Like, they almost came in here and took the Bulls' heart. No, man, the Pelicans ran them, bro, and Charlotte was ran them, man. We watched tonight, the Pacers ran them. Like, these bum teams are killing them. Well, what that make you?
Yeah.
What that make you? Seriously.
Bum?
Get it together.
Double bum?
Bum.
Chase Ashley, one of our regulars in the chat, saying, worst part about this is the Bulls will get healthy, make a few runs, and be in the play-in again. Guarantee it. And AK will say that we're competitive. Wink, we're competing. Some of y'all are.
Say they're coming in.
Some of y'all are coming in, y'all.
In.
Chase National also had an interesting comment about Josh Giddey earlier on that I agree with. Y'all can find it. You know where it is. With that, let's knock out some super chats. Prison Mike, our guy, loves RC Cola, but he says, I want a tankathon more than an RC Cola.
Oh, man.
We haven't done a tankathon spin yet this season.
You're right.
The Bulls are now 9-13.
Oh, my gosh, man.
That's a tankathon-y kind of record, Dave.
Yeah, man. It's on its way there, sir. On its way there.
But like Chase National just said, don't you worry.
Yeah.
They'll find a way. I don't know about 39. 35 wins? Lock it in. And the 12th pick.
Second half of the season?
Juan Guzman, 976 with a $10 super chat. Downgrade the first team players to the Windy City Bulls team that are underperforming and promote those on the Windy City team up. Only way it'll motivate them to do better. No one cares to improve. All right, like, I get I don't know if you are serious or if that's more of a joking suggestion.
It's like
because it's the NBA that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There are guys who get paid certain contracts, and there are guys who are G League players. Also, if you run a G League team out against an NBA team, 999 times out of 1,000, that G League team is going to get waxed.
Yeah.
Because they're comprised of G League players.
I think he's just looking for effort. Like, again, he's
Right.
just looking for people to
And that's
care.
like, dude, okay, if it's high school basketball
Yeah.
and your team goes out there and gives crap effort after crap, but all right, you know what, y'all? Have a seat.
Yeah.
JV, we're calling you up.
Right,
And
right.
You can send a message like that.
Sure.
But Bulls fans, did we not also hate it when Jim Boylan, the clown,
Ball-headed menace.
said and did crap like that?
Couldn't stand it.
I gotta treat these children like they haven't yet been prepared for the road of life. When he's talking about grown men who are professional athletes,
All right.
always in the public spotlight. I mean, send a message. Send him down to the G League. Like, come on.
Yeah. No,
Let's
he just wants the effort. I get where the emotion and the feeling.
for sure.
You're right in everything you're saying.
It's not happening.
Yeah. But I get where he's coming from,
Yes.
bro. Somebody got to care.
That kind of message is never going to be sent in a professional sports team of any kind.
Yeah.
TJ Mayer, Hall of Famer, with a 199 super chat saying, "How do you start 6-1 to become this? Fire everyone." Well, I mean, if you watched, we've been watching. We know exactly how they got here.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Like, I think we were saying earlier on, hey, maybe the Bulls are like successfully pulling off this play greater than the sum of your parts thing with this 9 to 10 good players strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were doing that and they've lost their formula for doing that, compiling injuries on top of that problem, or if they actually weren't ever doing that. I think they got lucky a lot in those early season wins. They benefited greatly from ghost defense behind the 3-point line.
Sure.
Most of their opponents were shooting like doo-doo behind the 3-point line.
Sure.
Even on wide open looks. I thought it was going to come crashing down, and here we are.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I was going to say just really quick, when you talk about any sport, whatever sport it is that you root for, when you look at a team and the margin for error is so small, you're realizing right now with the Chicago Bulls, the margin for error is so razor thin.
Razor thin.
And that always comes back to roster construction.
Always. I mean, and listen, I could take it to another sport. Like, I remember when the Bears won their division. They were 13-3 and had Jim Miller at quarterback.
Jimbo.
And I'm talking about
Marty Booker.
razor thin margins of error that they had to get to the playoffs. That's why people kept calling them paper champions because they were like, oh, they won the division. They ain't really got into it yet.
The 12-4 2018 Bears.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing.
But even with that one, like, because I remember it well, because I remember I think Hugh Douglas putting Jim Miller out immediately. Immediately when they went up against someone and they got put out. Like, when somebody comes up against you that's real formidable and that foe, then you learn about the team that we kind of thought of it was. You know what I mean? With the Bulls, you're right. There was some luck, man. I do think that they were winning some of those games, just really straight up winning some of those games. It was some luck involved in some of that for sure. But some of those games, I was just like, nah, they just beat this team.
Well, and they also were running teams off the floor in the second half.
Yeah.
Because the Bulls spent a lot of time and effort getting themselves to be one of the best well-conditioned teams in the league.
And that's hard to do for 82. And they're showing you that right now. Like, it's this thing that you can do in spurts. I'll put it like this. It's something you can do in spurts when your best player is out.
Yeah.
You can play like that because you're like, hey, we maintaining, holding the fort down. We got you together, man. Oh, you want us to do this for 40 games? Oh, you want this for 82 games? Oh, my God. This is going to be a little difficult to absolutely do. And that's what you're seeing because guys are going to, break down at some point in time. Injuries are going to occur. So then when you guys go out who you like running with, who can continue doing it? We know Josh Giddey can continue doing it. We know Dalen Terry can continue doing it. And so on. Guys like Kobe can run, and like that. But injuries are going to occur. They're going to happen. It's going to slow you down. What can you do then? And we're finding out what they can do then is lose.
Joe Mama threw us some super chats. 1999. Appreciate you, Joe Mama. Losers of 6 straight to mostly bottom feeders means we are also bottom feeders.
Right.
Accurate statement.
Yes.
This early in the season, how is Acme and Billy's job safe?
No clue.
Let's just celebrate Ring of Honor D Rose's past because present and future is bleak. Well, you just answered your own question with that last bit there. How are AK and Billy's job safe? Because their bosses are only thinking about the Ring of Honor that happened already.
Yes.
Hope everybody had a lovely time.
I do.
And D Rose Night Part 2 coming up in January.
That's going to be fun.
You're going to make all the money they need in their one big night. They don't care. Like if this gets bad,
Yeah.
the Bulls are 9-13. If they're 11-30,
Yeah.
we might see some changes.
You might see some changes.
But I think it will take them being that
I agree.
bad. And because they are that bad, that building down the street from us here in the West Loop of Chicago empties out.
Yeah.
We all know that is the only way anything ever changes around here.
He's sad. But
When the Doors look at their monthly report and say, my parchments aren't reflecting enough coin. My parchments.
Did you see what Garrison Matthews did again?
I say my billfold feels a bit lighter this month. Oh, heavens. Heavens. Whatever shall be done. Why didn't anyone tell me our team was made of doo-doo?
Oh, my God.
Only one plump Christmas goose.
No Christmas turkey for Tiny Tim.
Oh, man.
Sorry, purse strings are a little tight.
Please, sir.
Joe Mama also threw us a $4.99 super chat saying, Matt, we can rejoice in that the more the Bulls lose, the more the Bulls raise their chances of finishing bottom 4 AK draft selection record. Dude, well, so
That doesn't help me.
Dude, the Zards have 3 wins. The Pacers now have 5.
Yeah.
Brooklyn has 5. Charlotte's 6.
Yeah.
You got the 3-win Pelicans. You got the 5-win Kongs. The 6-win Clippers.
What about
And
the
a lot
Jazz?
of those teams, if not all of them, starting somewhere in January, are going to be orchestrating some extra L's wherever they can.
And there'll be one team willing to take those W's from those teams that are orchestrating those L's.
Yeah. So I no, but
Setting
like,
the court on
dude, the
fire.
Bulls winning record in March.
Yeah.
Fucking book it. Whoop. Excuse me. Freaking book it.
3 minutes away.
Joe Mama with another super chat. You're a hero. Passing of Virginia McCaskey at 102 years old. Bears turn the page. Jerry Reinsdorf is only 89. Oh, okay.
Hey.
Nothing will change until there's a new ownership. I agree with you
Don't
that
get
nothing will
ageist.
change until this team has new ownership. We're not wishing ill on anyone.
No.
But man, how great was the Bears getting that win at Lambeau as the farewell tour for Virginia McCaskey?
That'd
That
be
was the
cool.
last Bears
Yeah.
game she ever watched.
That's awesome, too. Honestly, that's really cool, bro. And dang, I almost went into football talk. I was about to go deep into football
We're getting
talk.
close,
You
man.
almost got me, man.
We're almost
You almost
close.
got man. I was about to go on a rant real
Yeah.
quick just about that. But yeah, man, that was really cool and honoring her this year by how they're playing. I would say that as well.
Saved this super chat for last. It comes from our guy, Derek Briscoe.
Let's go.
A absolute king of Bulls Nation. Wonderful member of the Bulls fan community.
Yes, he is.
Appreciate his support always. Wait, scroll back up. What did that say? Briscoe's super chat.
There it is.
Fire Billy, Jerry, Michael, Mark, and AK into the goddamn sun. This organization is an embarrassment to Chicago hoops.
Agreed.
Couldn't agree more.
Agreed.
Also appreciate the T in
Yes.
got.
Yes,
Damn.
yes.
Just a little extra on that. Goddamn son.
damn.
Yes, please. Who's got a T-shirt cannon that can reach the sun?
Oh, man.
That can
I
also
wish.
fit a human being into it.
I wish. Oh, man, I'll be using it right now. But, yeah, these are fireable offenses. I'll say it again. These are fireable offenses, the way that they're playing and what they're doing on the floor and the talent that's been acquired to be put together for this season.
The other thing that is that I'm curious about, again, I think it has to get really bad, like 30 games under 500 bad.
agree with you.
But we also know, what does Jerry not like to do? And obviously, because he's been instructed by Papa, what Michael Reinsdorf also doesn't like to do? Pay people to go away and no longer work for them who have guaranteed money still on their contracts.
Honestly,
So
they've been doing
I don't
that
know
lately.
about the fine print of AK's contract, Mark Everly's contract, Billy Donovan's contract,
Yeah.
and how much of their money is fully guaranteed upon signing.
Yeah,
I'm guessing a non-zero amount of it.
yeah. I agree.
Jerry doesn't like to pay people to go away.
He doesn't, but they have as a reason. I mean, you did it with Tibbs, you did it with the ball-headed menace, and you did it with Fred Hoiberg as well. So they've been paying some guys to, get off their team and not, upgrading, but they've been paying guys to get off the squad. We'll see if it continues here, man. But I think it's definitely less likely in this scenario, and I 100% agree with you, Matt. It's got to get worse. It's got things, and I was saying this again, Bears rant coming. It's things I was saying about last year. I was like, no, let it get bad. All right, let it get bad. I talked to Joey C many times about this when we were doing Tavern Style. Just let it get bad, man. Let it happen. Let that Thanksgiving Day happen. All right, those things have to occur. on a national stage, and while everybody's looking at you, you making the biggest mistake and losing in the worst way, and then having Ryan Leaf on the radio saying it's the Bears, like was the absolute, cherry on top, and said we're going to fire a coach, something we've never done in our history as a team. It's got to get worse before it can get better. That's a rule.
That is a rule. All right. With that, let's head to overtime for a few more thoughts and a few more things before we wrap up. If you are watching on one of our streaming services, appreciate you. You want that bonus coverage, just head to all CHGO.
Sorry, Junior. This is not rock bottom, sir. This is not rock bottom.
No, it's not.
It's not rock bottom, sir.
Eberflus being a disaster, we may look back on that and saying that was one of the best things that ever happened to the Bears.
Without
and
a doubt.
The other part about the Bears analogy, though, really quick, is not only does this season need to be a disaster, but then, AK just needs to get like that dumb luck that Poles got by getting 2 number 1 picks in a row, right? Like, I mean, it's
and that's where the complications fall.
That's when it gets that's when emotionally it gets really complicated, right? Like,
if
they get in the top 3, and then AK can now pat himself on the back for being like,
right,
I got Peterson or what? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, Bulls fans will be happy, but again, it will come at a cost.
Sure, has to be a cost, baby.
Shout out to people who came out and hung out with us for our Papa Shot Showdown last night at Players Pub and Grill. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Casey. Had a really great time talking in depth with them about what this Bulls team is and their Bulls fandom. And always enjoy when we get the opportunity to do stuff like that and talk to Bulls fans out in the wild. And shout out to Michelob for being our lovely hosts, as well as Players Pub and Grill.
If Casey really was thought we were celebrities out here. And we're like,
Casey, my man.
My dog. Come on, dog.
We are people of the people.
I mean, where is my avion?
Now, Goat. Now,
That's the
Goat
one.
has a little tinge of celebrity to
That's
him.
the one, baby.
And boy, did he strut up to that Papa Shot machine with the utmost confidence last night.
Woo!
George, you got a little treat for our viewers who missed out on the event last night?
Which one do you want, though? Do you want old school, or do you want the one that'll make Goat really happy?
Always what was going to make Goat really happy.
You want the one that'll Goat make happy?
Without a doubt. Give me what's going to make him happy.
I think I'm going to use the old school one for Twitter tomorrow, though.
Nice.
Okay,
that
cool.
was also
Just as
great.
a teaser, there are 2 versions of this. There are 2 director's cuts of this, but yeah, we'll just show this one here.
Okay.
This was this was Go to Papa Shot last night. Suffice to say, he was amazing.
Notice the form.
Puts it in! Puts it in! Puts it in! And a foul! Puts it in! Puts it in! A dazzling display! Puts up the 3! Puts it in! Puts it in! Puts it in! Puts it in! And a foul! Puts it in! Puts up the 3! Puts it in! Puts it in! Puts it in! Puts it in! A dazzling display!
That man can cook on a Papa Shot machine.
You knew it was on when the left hand came out.
Oh.
When that left hand
The
shot
this-
was
the
in,
this?
yeah, man. The zone. He was in the
The
zone.
lefty, and then the Jordan shrug.
Yeah, man. I mean, and I kept telling people, like, yo, that he's the one. I keep telling you.
Yeah.
He is the one.
So
shows you.
shout out to everybody who came out to hang out last night on a cold, blistery weeknight.
Yeah, seriously.
We appreciate you. We will be doing more of those fun events and hangouts throughout the season with and for our pals at Michelob Ultra, who were there handing out some tasty beverages last night.
Yeah.
I believe the next one we have on the schedule is coming up on Friday, December 19th.
Okay.
And it will be at a different location. We're going to spread it out to a bunch of them. I think most of the remaining ones we'll do this season, these Michelob Ultra hangouts with our Bulls fans. Some of them will be on game nights, and we'll watch the first half together and hang out.
Yeah.
Some of them will just be hangs like last night. But I think a lot of them are going to be in the city.
Yeah.
So if you are city dwellers, might be easier to get to. But it was fun to kick one off out in the burbs last night.
Yeah, man. And like you said, this will be in the city. So, folks in the city who couldn't make it out, come on out, hang out with us, baby. We're going to be there.
It's free.
Yeah.
All we ask is your time.
That's it.
And your Bulls takes.
That's it. Oh, come on. Bring the Bulls takes, baby. Please.
Yeah.
Please
We did have a soundbite from Billy pregame. I don't know if we need to play it. But, so basically, I saw people in the chat in postgame talking about it again. It came up in our off-day show yesterday. Luke Canellis, bless his heart, said some wild shit yesterday that I don't believe to be accurate
I'm on the same page.
about Giannis and his people approaching the Bulls at some point in the not-too-distant past, saying he'd be interested in coming to the Bulls. And that the Bulls said, No thanks, Giannis. We're good. That's a paraphrase of what Lou Canella said on Chicago Sports Talk radio waves yesterday. And Bulls fans exploded. Rightfully so, if you thought that it was accurate.
Yeah.
I don't. Billy was asked about that rumor that spread like wildfire, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if, like, the Bulls asked the media to ask him about it so he could squash it, because they don't want nonsense like this floating around.
Yeah.
Billy, it's short. Let's just go ahead and play it, Joey. This is Billy responding to the rumors about the whole, like, Giannis wanted to be a Bull and the Bulls said no thing from yesterday.
Always been, and I say Arcturus and Mark when I say they, when stuff has presented itself that's real, they come with me. I would say that they're not having conversations with me on their daily conversations each and every day. So I don't really have any conversations, about that. Generally, if there was something that was real that potentially could happen, that's on the table, that's, something that's in the works or a possibility, they've always come to me and communicated with me. But that situation with Giannis has never been communicated to me one way or the other. Whether, whatever is going on there, they haven't come to me on any of that stuff.
Yeah.
That situation with Giannis has never been communicated to me one way or the other.
Translation, are y'all serious? You think if they came to me and they said, do you want us to get Giannis, I'm going to be like, no? What?
And if they did say no, he's taking a 10-foot pole and pushing that as far away from that as possible.
Exactly.
Because what's the stock response, right, when trades get like, look, we don't comment on trades. Giannis is a great player. He's an all-NBA guy, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, he seemed to want to provide a little bit more of where he was with the context of that information of he hasn't heard anything.
Yeah, that's how I took it as, dude, if they said that to me, obviously this didn't come to me because they said to me, you better believe I'm going to be like, I want Giannis Antetokounmpo on this team. Absolutely.
And look, Timothy Jones in the chat said, I absolutely believe AK would do that. AK is a dummy. Okay, even if
I'm not
it
gonna
were
insult him this way.
a world of hypothetical reality where that did happen, Giannis and his people approached the Bulls and said, I want to be a Bull. And AK said, you know what? 9 to 10. I can't go back on that. I'll look like a fool.
Right.
I gotta stand 10 toes down on this great, wonderful plan of mine that's totally gonna work.
Oh
no thanks,
God.
Giannis. Appreciate the interest.
Oh my God.
Here, let me get your cup of coffee. Thanks for coming down, but
Right.
we're good.
We all good.
Even if that were true, and I don't think it is, that AK would say no to that.
Right.
I don't think the first part's true. Why would Giannis want to come to the Bulls? As long as Giannis has been in the NBA, say when he was a scrawny little rookie and he body checked Mike Dunleavy and the Bulls beat the Bucks in a first-round playoff series way back when, 2015 to be exact, the Bulls, for Giannis's entire perennial MVP candidate career, have been mid or losers.
Yeah.
And show no evidence or signs of that changing. Giannis is a great player. How much can one player change if there is rot within the organization? Giannis ain't no dummy.
No.
You think he knows that?
Yeah.
So, no disrespect to Lou Canellis, Chicago sports broadcasting legend, reporting on a sport he doesn't cover. But when Brian Windhorst and Shams Charania both say within the last few days, yeah, if Giannis decides he finally wants out of Milwaukee, he wants to go to the Knicks. I'm going to trust those NBA reporters who have a track record of being right a lot about what NBA stars want to do and where they want to play. And that's not Chicago with Giannis. Now, if the Bucks aren't prioritizing making Giannis happy with a trade request and a specific destination, and the Bucks say accepting all offers, then maybe we have that conversation as Bulls fans.
You absolutely.
There is a world where theoretically that could be a thing.
Yeah.
And the Bulls could offer up all of their future first-round picks. And
everything you got.
Take your pick. How
pick.
many and which ones of our young core do you want?
Take your pick.
Have at it.
Go ahead.
But I do not believe the part about Giannis coming to the Bulls to say, I want to play for you and the Bulls.
Yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. I can't. No.
No.
I can't.
No. All right, so we'll call that a night. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Sorry it wasn't a better start to the weekend.
I'll be honest.
But what this means is that we are now a few more hours closer Bears Packers
Bears.
on Sunday.
Bears.
And as a little cherry on that Sunday, after hopefully we watch the Bears beat the Packers in Lambeau, we got Bulls Warriors
Bulls.
as a little Sunday night dessert.
Bulls.
So we'll be here for
We'll be
Bulls
here
Warriors
to
postgame.
provide that dessert.
But be sure to tune in to all of our great CHGO Bears coverage leading up to that game on Sunday. CHGO Bears pregame. They got flexed into the late afternoon Fox game of the week, I believe.
Yes.
So like a 3 or 3:30
3:25
Central kickoff.
3:25.
And then, of course, all of the great CHGO Bears postgame coverage you've come to expect as well.
Yeah.
And then we will be here for the nightcap Bulls Warriors postgame.
Yeah.
Enjoy the middle part of your weekend between now and then. Bear the F down.
Bear the
Hit
F
the F
down.
like button. Appreciate the super chats, the regular chats. Appreciate y'all tuning in and talking with us every night, Bulls Nation.
Yeah, man.
Times are dark. We will get through it together.
It's all right, baby.
See you right. Be good.
We love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Blech.
Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.